I really don't know how to approach a lot of the headlines anymore, to be honest with you. I don't know how to put together a compilation of headlines and not tell you guys, we told you this already. We made videos about this already. I don't even know how much, like, it's so recycled, right? And if the problem could have been solved before, we wouldn't have this conversation twice, thrice. It's really weird. And then you have some bizarro influencer that we've never heard of before start talking about stuff. Again, controlled information distribution. It's like, this is old. This is old. So I don't even know how. Okay, we told you this was already news before. So FDA food chemical safety shakeup begins. So why are there chemicals in the food in the first place? We have multiple videos going back to 2012, if they're even still up, telling you guys the carcinogenics in the food, the stuff they're spraying stuff with. We even did simple breakdowns of the top 5 hazardous chemicals in your sunscreen. All this stuff, the chemicals in Pepsi or Coca-Cola, or stuff to look out for. We've made independent short videos, 4, 5, 6-minute videos, breaking down what to watch out for, what's in this and what's in that, and what's in your laundry detergent that's going to kill you, what's poisoning you. And it's like, and fast forward 10, 12, 13 years later, and I guess we're going to do something about it now. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, today now we're going to talk about the chemicals we're putting in our food that are killing our people. What? It doesn't make sense. So, U.S. and Food Drug Administration announced a sweeping overhaul of how it reviews chemicals already present in the American food supply. And multiple, and it wasn't just me. I wasn't breaking the chemicals in the food back in 2012 and 2013 and 20. I wasn't breaking nothing. Everyone else was talking about it. Other influencers at the time that don't exist anymore were at the time warning about food, and I'd get tips from other people and like, oh wow, they have this. Oh, this is used in making asphalt, and they're putting it in our kids' cereal. What the heck? Or we even did a video about yoga mats in Subway bread sandwiches back in 2015, 2016, right? So it doesn't make any sense. A victory. Let me tell you what a victory would be. FDA food chemical safety shakeup begins. No, a victory is today we're going to put in prison all the people that allowed these chemicals and poisons in your food. That's a victory. This is not a victory. This is just history repeating itself. Let's keep going. Florida bans toxic fluoride in tap water, protecting citizens from forced medication. Now, if you go back to our first channel, about 20% of our videos were about fluoride in the water. The aluminum byproducts are we have 1 or 2 maybe videos on this channel, on the YouTube channel that we have today. We were really hard on this whole fluoride thing. We were huge on this fluoride thing. And then now, okay, we're gonna remove it now. We're gonna ban this toxic fluid from your systems, by the way, in 2025. There's been a war on fluoride since 1972, 73. There's been a war against fluoride for eons, since aluminum byproducts were dumped in the water. I don't get it. All right, let's keep going. Lab-grown meat bans sweep red states, Montana joins fight. Again, chemically induced made plant-based garbage food that we knew that was government funded. The government funded this garbage meat, right? Stocks go up, investors make money, sell at the top, and then just dump their stocks. Again. But the fake food, I'm gonna give you guys the benefit of the doubt. The fake food shit started around really becoming a thing in 2020, 2021. Like really becoming a more mass-produced back then. But everything else, from the chemicals in the food and your sunscreen, this is old news. And okay, let's get into this. This one's, I mean, right in your face. University ordered to end Chinese partner school. So, Education Workforce Committee, the Select Committee of the Chinese Communist Party chairman, have urged Duke University president, vice president to end its ties with Chinese Duke University DKU. Partnering Chinese DKU allowed CCP to access U.S. technology, including that used for surveillance, and enabled American students to be exploited. The school, established in 2018, has now more than 3,000 students with specialties in high technology fields and direct military applications, including data science, artificial intelligence, and materials science. So, again, well, what's wrong with this, Mike? Why the hell will you deal with the communists? It makes no sense. Everyone sees this as a victory. Yeah, university is going to end its ties to Chinese communism. No, the win is directors get arrested for tying their students and risking their lives joining the Communist Party. You see, that's the right way. But this, like... And what else is happening here? Oregon's landmark bottle. Okay, this is really interesting. This is how deep China is entrenched. So they want to get rid of these bottle depots or whatever and bottle redemptions, and people are using it to buy drugs. It's causing a lot of problems on the streets, fist fights, bum fights, all kinds of stuff, homeless fights. But here it is. So consumers originally paid 5-cent deposit on each eligible bottle or can, then collected the deposit when they redeemed the empty container at a retailer such as supermarket or a convenience store. Over the years, the program has expanded, accepting containers, and then it goes into the places. Let me see if I could find this right here. President and CEO of Plaid Pantry chain convenience stores wrote, the fentanyl was selling for less than $1 a pill. A small number of cans add up enough to buy drugs. $1 a pill. You talk to a coke fiend from 20, 30, 40 years ago, you're talking hundreds and thousands of dollars for a couple of ounces of cocaine. The drugs, pay attention. Watch me. $1 a pill. They're poisoning them. People are being poisoned. This is murder. Murder. These are all designer chemical drugs made in China or in the northern Mexican territory in a Chinese factory, or it's coming in from Canada, in through Canada, from the Kitamats or St. George or Prince George Chinese-owned ports in British Columbia. This is like, it's murder. And let's go into President Trump, Joe Biden's autopen scandal growing bigger by the moment. So an autopen, and he's looking at the signatures and questions it, and the signatures and all this stuff. But here's the deal, folks. Take a look at that man. Here's the deal. The week that man got into the White House, when he won the first selection, because that was, we told you that was all fixed. It was going to be all fixed. We told you how it was going to go down. A week into his administration at the White House, we were reporting already for you guys that White House aides were changing his diapers, and he's crapping himself everywhere, and he wanders aimlessly through the White House with no idea where he's going. He doesn't know if he's tricking or treating. And mumbling around. Nobody knows what he's doing. No one knows what he's doing at all hours of the night, and they find him in different rooms and blah, blah, blah. Now you're going to ask me, what does this have to do with his autopen? He shouldn't have been signing anything. Period. And it goes to show that when you're doing this long enough on social media and you start to connect the dots with headlines and start remembering things from before. This is why they want people that are pre-2020 gone. Because I could tie things together like this all day, all night. Because, oh, we're getting a victory. We're going to expose Biden with this autopen. The guy's walking around the White House all hours of the night crapping his pants. Why was he even allowed to sign anything? You see what I'm saying? Again, they had to put him in, like we told you, because he could be controlled. He's just a puppet, just like everyone else above him could easily control him, right? And that's very bizarro.